Hello everyone, Slick4Tech here. In today's video we have the S20 Plus. This is the Exynos variant and we have a beautiful black version here. We're going to be testing out Wii games, Dolphin MMJ 5.0 version. Now for this to work and everything, I've already explained this in my tutorial in my other video, which I have posted on my channel. If you want to see that, check out my channel and you would be able to see how you can do that. But in case you still want to know, you can simply go to my website, which is slick4tech.com/downloads, which is here, and you basically just click download, and this is where I download my games from. So if you want to know how I do that, that's going to be in a different video. You're going to have to check that out on my channel, but for now that's where the links are. I'll try and put some in my description. The second thing I'm going to say, the settings I am using for this. So we are going to override emulate clock speed and we're going to put on about 50%. So hopefully that should be enough. Sync on skip idle will be disabled for most games and we will change it depending on the game. Enhancements in internal resolution is set to 720p. Aspect ratio I also did stretch to window to make use of this big beautiful screen. Now let's get started. The Wii games we're testing are all right here. We're getting started with Resident Evil 4. Now for Exynos, it might not perform as well as Snapdragon, but it's completely understandable since that's how it's always been. However, Exynos has been improving over the years, and this is the Snapdragon S20, so it's a flagship phone. It's gonna have improved graphics either way. And you can see we are at least loading and we are not getting that much lag either. Getting 30 FPS, so it seems alright, and we are running around fine with no lag. So let's move on to the next game. That was Resident Evil 4. We got lots of games to test, so I'm going to try and go through them as quickly as possible. Now for the next game, which is Dragon Ball Z, we won't be able to play it on this Dolphin version. We have the Play Store Dolphin version here. Now it's obviously going to show different performance since this isn't the MMJ version, this is the Play Store version. It might be better, but I prefer the MMJ version. Now for controls, you have to use the GameCube controller for this. For this game, it is just how it is. As you can see, it's just getting mixed FPS, but in general it's showing 24 average, and it's doing alright actually, so. This was Mortal Kombat Armageddon. So as you can see, it's pretty smooth again. So the Exynos versions have been improved over the years, which is really impressive. And as you can see, it's just basically about 46 to 50 FPS. Mario Kart Wii. Now this game is very difficult to emulate since there's a lot of other characters you need to load next to your own character, especially in races, which that's what the whole game is about. I'll give you an example right now. You can see everyone's next to each other here, so we're gonna have a lot of lag. You can see. Dropped to 20 FPS at one point. But after we get away from these people, 50, 60 FPS. Now, Snapdragon 865 can handle this game at 60 FPS with no frame drops at all. Basically like how we're playing right now, but when there's actual people around you. Now I'm gonna stop so you can see what I'm talking about. You can see this game isn't playable at all. Crash of the Titans. Now we're getting a lot of lag, but if you try enabling sync on skip, it might help it. So as you can see, we're doing pretty well here. Which is pretty decent now, it seems to be better in these scenes. So I would call this playable. Now moving on, Call of Duty World at War. There's graphical bugs all over the screen. You can see the water is underneath us where it shouldn't be, since that's where the sea is. It's just there's lots of graphical bugs in this game. You can see. We're also running at 11 FPS, which isn't good at all. So moving on. Legend of Zelda Twilight Princess. So you can see we're getting 23 FPS, which is terrible. And this isn't anything to do with sync on skip. I can disable it if you want, so you can see. FPS won't change, it's simply because this Exynos doesn't have a powerful enough processor to be able to handle this game smoothly, like other phones can. Twilight Princess. Next game is Inazuma 11 Go Strikers 2013. So as you can see, it's playable. So we'll see the cutscene now, hopefully. And you can see there is no lag for the cutscene, which is really good. Other phones normally can't handle it. So pretty impressive. So as you can see, we're running at 34 FPS, which is not good at all for this game. And we got some kind of graphical bug where the colors aren't loading properly. So unfortunately, Super Mario Galaxy is not yet ready for Samsung Galaxy S20 Plus Exynos version, that is, at least. Let's move on. Donkey Kong Country Returns is the next game. Ooh. So 45 FPS is the lowest we've gotten so far. So in general it is playable, that's a good thing. And I died. 45 to 50 FPS for Donkey Kong Country Returns. Now Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2. So we're at 17 FPS. Not the best, unfortunately. Way too much lag to be able to play this. Yep, we can't play this. Moving on. Super Mario Bros. Wii. This game is not playable at all. But if I go to settings, enhancement, internal, put on 1 times, and then go back to Super Mario Bros. Wii, you could see the difference is that you can play it much better now. Now, other phones can play this game much better. Unfortunately, this is the S20 Plus, so it won't play it completely smooth. Now, for other games, you could see we could go back to something like Modern Warfare 3, and you would see it can play it slightly better. You could see we can try still, but it's still going to be 20 FPS, so don't get your hopes up about being able to play any game just by going on to internal resolution and pulling it down. Now, Sonic Colors. For this game it has to be on GameCube controller for you to be able to play it. And as you can see, it's just way too much for the Exynos processor to be able to handle this. Giving me a headache actually. 15 FPS, terrible. Need for Speed Hot Pursuit. You can see it's giving 50 FPS, so Need for Speed Hot Pursuit has been optimized pretty well, thankfully. Now this is the Japanese version, so I have no idea what it's saying. But in general, it is very smooth. Now we do get some frame drops to 38 FPS, but that's alright, it's still playable. Now Rayman Origins. So this is Rayman Origins, and as you can see it is completely playable on the S20 Plus. $50 FPS, no frame drops at all. Nice. Tatsunoko vs Capcom Ultimate All Stars. Just that lag went to 7 FPS. As you can see, too laggy to be able to play this. Tatsunoko vs Capcom. Now for the last game we got Xenoblade Chronicles. So So as you can see, this is way too laggy. We even went to 3 FPS at one point. So again, this game would not be playable for the S20 Plus. I would definitely not recommend this, unfortunately. You can see the lag. We're at 14 FPS. I'm getting frame drops to sometimes 7 FPS. And this is on the lowest settings. So there are, like as I said before, like Legend of Zelda, it was playing terrible, but on the lowest internal resolution set to 1 times, you could see barely improved it, but it did improve it a tiny bit. So hopefully this video was useful. Let me know what you think in the comments. If you want to know how I did it, feel free to ask a question and I'll try and share the video. You could check my channel out yourself. I have a tutorial video on how to do it. Other than that, thanks for watching, have a great day, and don't forget to subscribe.